Hi, my name is Mac Nehring. I work for Savista Leasing and Finance. That's the equipment financing arm of Savista Bank. A lot of people in the groundwater industry probably know me as working for VFG, Vision Financial Group. What happened was we merged into Savista Bank. So it's the same team, same underwriters, same credit team, just a different title, different name, different organization. Excited to kind of announce and tee up the presentation for NGWA's Groundwater Week this year. Presentation will be called Groundwater Equipment Financing. Kind of what that will be is a high-level overview, kind of zooming out a little bit, just talking about, the process, different things involved with equipment financing, specific obviously to the groundwater industry. The key points we will cover is more or less the things we get asked consistently by companies in the groundwater industry. So things like when to finance versus when to pay cash, pros and cons of each, how to make a wise decision, when it's time to spend $500,000 on a new drill rig or buy a pump hoist or a water truck, whatever it may be, kind of that decision-making process. What's the wise thing to do? We also get asked a lot of different types of financing. So again, just kind of a objective, educational type of presentation on different types of loans, leases, what's the difference, pros and cons, when you might go to one towards the other. Again, not diving too far into the weeds, kind of zoomed out, but just things we get asked, things that are helpful to know when you're looking at, potentially doing some equipment financing. The different types of lenders. So you have banks, you have independent finance companies, you have captive finance companies, you have brokers, kind of what all those are, how they work in the industry and the market, pros and cons of each. Again, just kind of a high level, basic understanding of the different players that you might go to for equipment financing. And then finally, again, kind of zoomed out, not too far in the weeds, but the type of financials that are often requested by lenders. If you're going and you're asking for $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, typically less and less, that's just on an application and signature. Often they're asking for tax returns, balance sheets, P&L, personal financial statements, all of that. We're not going to dive in nitty gritty into each one, but just kind of this is what you'll probably expect. These are the kind of records you need to keep on your company. This is what you're going to be able to present. So if you do go and apply for equipment financing, that process isn't as difficult. And most of these things are standard across the industry. So more or less, no matter who you go to, they're kind of all asking for the same things. So we find it's a lot of people kind of say, what do I need to present, or how do I get approval? Why is this so difficult? And sometimes presentations like this help just say, hey, if you come to the table with this, this, and this, it's going to go a lot smoother in most cases. So that's kind of the final thing we talk about is the financial documents. Obviously, we'll do a little Q&A if anyone has any questions we can answer. But it's really just to answer the typical things I get asked on a monthly basis by people running companies out there in the field. They dive into needing to finance equipment, and it's not something you do every day typically. So there's just some questions there. And hopefully the point of the presentation will be to answer those questions, just kind of give an objective overview. And try to help people, understand a little better.